Hi guys, welcome to Reensplace. Today on Midi Food Monday, we're going to be doing a chicken soup with bread. And if you watched my last video, you'll see that I had some extra dough when I was making those hamburger rolls. So I formed it into a loaf and I'm cooking that into the oven now. But in order to make this soup, I need some cooked chicken. So in this pan, I just put a little bit of parchment paper. I have some chicken breast in there that I put a little olive oil, salt, and pepper on, and I'm just going to bake them right alongside the rolls. I'm sorry, the bread. We already made the rolls. I'm just going to stick that in right next to it. Let me show you. So they're both in there. Okay, so that's just the prep work we need. When I come back, we will have that stuff done and we'll start the recipe. Okay guys, so again, we're doing the prep for chicken soup, and so I wanted to bake these off. It's nighttime now, and I just filmed the last video, but I have the loaf of bread. Whew. And I have the seasoned chicken breast. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let these cool, then I'm going to wrap them up, and when we come back, it'll be tomorrow for me, and we'll go ahead and put that soup together. But yeah, these are all cooked. I'll get that all set. Alright, be back in a minute. Okay guys, we're back, and let's continue making our soup. So let me recap, and the last time I put on the extra bread dough that I made the rolls with on the last video. I made a loaf of bread, and I have that here. And also we cooked the chicken at the same time as the bread so we can make our chicken soup today. And I have that in my fridge here. So we are all set. First thing we need to do is we need to let's preheat the stove. I'm going to turn that on. And now we need to cut these vegetables and get them sauteed in the pan for a bit. Let's pick a knife. Yes, I like you. Okay. And what we're doing is celery, carrots, and onions. And we're just cutting these into small dices. And this is just going to give our chicken soup lots of good flavor. And what I like to do is I like to saute these before we add the water to it. I believe that gives some extra flavor. And what we're going to do now is I want to go ahead and get some oil in this pot, in our soup pot. I have a little bit of olive oil, just a little bit, because we're going to just saute these vegetables. And then this way I can throw them in as I cut them. So let's go ahead and throw the celery in there that we just cut up. Okay. And we'll do some carrots. They were just flying all over. Good thing I have a clean silicone floor in my tiny kitchen. Okay. That was a much better job of them not flying all over the place. I say that and then two fly. Okay. Let's get these in here. I think we need another carrot. Let's get that in there. Get our wooden spoon. Give everybody a little stir. I'm going to put these back in the fridge. And we will cut an onion. I think we're only going to need one onion. This teeny tiny peel is super hard for me to see. There we go. That's one done. Almost. Okay. Let's cut this up. Again, we're doing a small dice. This is much harder to do with tiny onions than it is to do on a real onion. Okay. Oops. That fell off. Swing over here and add the onions. I don't know if you can hear it, but everything is sauteing up nicely in there. Okay, let us come over here. I'm going to grab me a garbage bowl real quick. We don't need these onions anymore, so I'll put that back there, put the oil away. We are going to use the cutting board because we still have to, what do we have to do? We have to cut the chicken. But I don't think we need to do that quite yet because the chicken's already fully cooked. If we put it in now, it will get a little tough while everything else is cooking. So I just want these to become a little tender before we put the water in and get that going. So I'll pause you for just a moment, and as soon as these look like they're becoming translucent a little, I'll bring it. Okay, so it's literally been 2 minutes. I timed it, and we're starting to get a little color on them, and that's almost too far. So let's get some water in here. Again, my sink's not working, so I got a bowl of water from my kitchen. Yeah, that looks about right. We're going to add a little chicken bouillon to this. Since we didn't cook the chicken in the water, we wanted to have some flavor. Grab measuring spoon. It's the wrong one. Let's see, that's the pasta. Here's the bouillon. Good thing I looked. Okay. Okay, that should be good. And we can add some more if it's not, so. I'll leave these measuring spoons out for now. We're going to give this a little stir. Try not to burn ourselves. We're going to let that come to a boil, and then we're going to add the pasta, and then we'll start cutting up the chicken so we can get that going as well. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes, and as you can see, it's been simmering here, and I think it's time that we get the chicken ready. So we'll get the chicken ready, and let's add the pasta now. So I have some of these little ancini di pepe. That should be good. If we have to add a little water, we can. Let's give this a little stir. Put that on like that. Okay. Alright, now this is the chicken breast that we made. Well, for me it was last night. For you it was the beginning of the video. But I made this chicken breast. And we just baked this in our oven. I put a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of salt and pepper, and that was it. And all we're going to do is cut it up. Now, move you back so you can see a little bit. Okay. We're just going to cut it into small pieces to stick in our soup. And honestly, if this was my big kitchen, I'd probably be just tearing this apart rather than actually cutting it, but we'll cut these small. I don't know if we're going to eat all these chicken. We might have to do something else. It's a little bit more chicken than I thought, so maybe, what can I do with the rest? I don't know, maybe a chicken pot pie. We'll have to see. I don't know, we'll have to see when we get this in here. Let's get the chicken in. Give that a stir. Now, I was thinking, I thought, okay, we'll just have soup and some of that bread that I made last night. We'll have some buttered bread. But then I thought, what goes with soup? A sandwich. So let me pause and clean this up, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to make some. Okay, so we have everything cleaned up, and I changed my battery, and we're good to go. Again, we could do bread and butter with soup, which would be lovely, but a sandwich, soup and sandwich, would be even better. And then, you know what? Let's make a toasted cheese sandwich. So for grilled cheese, I'm going to grab 2 slices. Let me just check this. I think she's done. Let's give it a little. Oh yeah. Beautiful. I am going to put the top back on this. I have my cast iron warming on this side, but we're just going to switch those. So, let me see, is this still hot? Not so much. I'm going to put that there, and we'll keep the soup warm on that side. And we're going to get the skillet nice and hot while we're making the sandwich. We also need to get some American cheese out of the fridge. Okay. So I don't know how you guys make American cheese, but, I mean grilled cheese. Do you do butter on your bread, or do you, or are you of the mayonnaise on the outside variety, or something else? I only like the butter on the outside. I mean, I'll eat it with the mayonnaise, but it's not what I would choose. Okay. Oops. Little American cheese singles. And then what I like to do, so that it's not a big mess, is I butter one side of the bread, and then I put that side down, and then when it's in the pan, I butter the second side. It's a lot of butter. Let's see. Okay, let's put the cheese away. Oh yeah, that's hot. I think we can put the sandwich in there. So let's grab our tiny sandwich. And we're going to put the butter side down. And you know what? There's room in there. Let's make both of these. I think there was enough cheese in the fridge. Yes. There's enough cheese to make two, so let's make two. Okay. And again, we're going to butter the one side that's going down. That side down. We're going to butter the tops. Making it a little bit more in that back one. Okay, what else are we doing? We are going to put a top on top of the pan so that that cheese melts for us. Let's clean this up real quick. I'll throw these in here for now. Over there. Wipe this table off. Okay, let's get the table set. We need a napkin. A little placemat, a spoon. We're going to need a bowl. A small plate for our sandwich. We need something to drink. Grab some tea. Looking good. Let's see if this, how these grilled cheeses are doing. Not yet. Top back on. Let that go. What else do we have to do here? I'm gonna wipe this counter down. I see something on there. And, oh, we need a ladle. For our soup. Okay, I'll put this, back for now. So we're just waiting on the grilled cheese. And then we'll be ready for a nice soup and sandwich. And I can see on this one, the cheese is already starting to melt. We'll let those go, and I will come back when that... Okay, so the grilled cheese are finished. The soup is finished. And all we have to do is plate up. So let's do that. Let's grab a little sandwich. And some soup. I want to get a little bit of everything in here. A little carrot, a little chicken, some celery, broth, I'm just going to use the little spatula and cut my sandwich in half. Pour a little tea. And what else do we have to do? I think that's it. You know what? I'm going to grab a picture quick. Okay, let's take a quick picture, and then we're going to try this. Okay, so we have chicken soup, grilled cheese sandwich, and iced tea. And what is the one thing that could make this better? If you know, you know. Romano cheese. You always need to put a little bit on your soup. Let's give it a stir. Let's give it a try. It's delicious. Really very good. And I'm going to try the sandwich. The cheese is very melted, like through the bread. The bread is nice and toasted. It's really good. So I hope you guys enjoyed our chicken noodle soup and grilled cheese sandwiches today. Don't forget, every Thursday I put a video in Reensplace for a real recipe in my big kitchen, and every Monday we do Monday mini food kitchen meals. So make sure you check back this Thursday for a recipe, and also next Monday for another mini food Monday. Thanks for watching. If you haven't done so, please hit the subscribe button and also like and share these videos. It really helps the channel out. Thanks.